the end of October and the start of Vember?
No.
Nebrember?
No.
Nyavember?
No.
Okay, fine.
No!
Vember. Let's round up the news from the past unum on today's episode of The Dark Crystal Conjunction. Well, howdy y'all, and welcome to The Dark Crystal Conjunction, your YouTube dream space to nerd out about all things the Dark Crystal. We got lots of news as always to talk about, so let's just dive right into this. On this past Wednesday, October 30th, 2019, we got the second issue of Jim Henson's The Dark Crystal Age of Resistance, the official prequel to the Netflix prequel. Last month I gave us all the details and even a dramatization of most of the first issue, so let me just give us a brief update. Part 2 is out, and this is part 2 of 4 in the Quest for the Dual Glaive kind of mini-series. There's 3 arcs for this whole comic. It continues on at a good pace, has lots of action, and some nearly sweet and tender scenes between Ordon and Thra, but Ordon is trying to stay focused and on mission. It does end with more action and a very nice surprise, so I'll keep this spoiler free. I am really still enjoying reading these comics. The artwork is still really great. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this comic, so I'm still looking very much forward to issue number 3, which is slated for a November 27th release. Issue 2 did have 2 variant covers, or rather 3. The first standard one is a 4-part connecting cover from Kelly and Nicole Matthews. Then for each of the 3 arcs, the series will get a cover from David Peterson. Those will come out in his regular color and one in a black and white form. And if you've been following my channel for a while, you know that I love David Peterson's covers, but I did confirm with him that he is only coming out with 1 per arc, so he's going to have a total of 3 for this, 12-part comic series. But anyway, speaking of variants, issue 3, of course, has its standard variant connecting covers, as well as 2 more variants which look great, especially this really sick one with the hunter on it. To ensure you get these on the release date, you'll want to put in your order by November 4th. As far as the future of this comic, the last theory about it that we brought up in the last news show was confirmed. The next 4-part arc, issues 5 through 8, will be about our favorite paladin, Hup. So we'll discuss more of that in detail when we get to that point. Comicbook.com reports Joe Manganiello's Death Saves streetwear line is launching a new collection featuring Dark Crystal, the Age of Resistance at New York Comic Con. He's best known for his appearance in Justice League and True Blood. He did launch his Death Saves streetwear line as a passion project a year ago by combining heavy metal music aesthetics with imagery from brands like Dungeons & Dragons or the art of Frank Frazetta. Death Saves has quickly grown in popularity amongst fantasy fans and those who grew up as part of the geek counterculture in the 1980s. Death Saves is releasing its newest collection this weekend, which features shirts and other apparel based on Netflix's Dark Crystal, the Age of Resistance. End quote. Again, if you grew up in the 80s, you will probably love this kind of art style, especially if you liked fantasy. So this is a really perfect combination. Of course, this con has already come and gone, but it was only last week that these clothes were actually available for sale on their website. So you can get this capsule collection at death-saves.com. And if there is something that you're interested in, I would jump on this as soon as you can, because last week, or earlier this week rather, when I checked, there was one of the shirts which I really wanted that was already gone. It was marked as sold out. And I don't know what happened, but when I checked it today, it is back there online available to order. So I did order it, of course. I don't know why. I don't know if that was a fluke or if stuff was sold out and then it was not sold out or they found more stock. I don't know how the stock rotates for this. So just the messenger. Anyways, check out the site. Lots of really cool clothes, especially if you like this aesthetic, which I personally really do. Another quick update for all the info we got last month about the Weta Workshop limited edition 1/6 scale figures. 2 more are now available for pre-order. skekTek the Scientist, it'll actually be in a couple days that you can pre-order that, who looks absolutely wonderful. You'll just have to provide your own Mark Hamill maniacal laughter to it. And one of my favorite Gelfling of the Netflix series, the youngest daughter of the All-Madra, Princess Brea, who's here posed in the same pose when she first meets Lore and reaches out to him. Again, the Emperor Skeksis sold out very fast. These are limited to 400, and so if you want one of these, I would jump on that ASAP. And based on the image they sent out on social media earlier, it looks like Aughra and the Hunter will be coming up next. Last month I did go into as much detail as I could about 3 new books releasing this month, so just by way of reminder, let me briefly mention them again with a lot less detail. All are coming out on November the 12th, so this is going to be like Dark Crystal Day or something. First is the hardcover Heroes of the Resistance, a guide to the characters of the Dark Crystal Age of Resistance, which is a, quote, exclusive character guide featuring stunning full-color photos from the show. Will have you feeling as knowledgeable about the world of Thra and its inhabitants as the wise and all-knowing Aughra, end quote. This will be an 88-page hardcover for $9.99, and it is also available in Kindle. Also, J.M. Lee is giving us Aughra's Wisdom of Thra. This is more of a gift book style format with full color illustrations, full bleed by Corey Godby. The blurb reads, quote, doesn't everyone get their advice from a feisty 3.5-foot creature with ram horns, a detachable eye, and unlocked secrets to the entire fantasy universe? Allow Aughra to guide you with wisdom beyond this realm and advice only she can give, end quote. This is a 40-page hardcover for $9 and will also be on Kindle for $7 range or so, but it does seem like it's more meant for a gift to give away, so it probably makes more sense to get it in hardcover. Then there is the large 11x10 hardcover giving us 192 pages of behind-the-scenes goodness. This is the one I am most looking forward to. The Dark Crystal Age of Resistance Inside the Epic Return to Thra by Daniel Wallace, and that will have a foreword by Lisa Henson. I do plan to do a quick unboxing when these come in for me, and later in the month, I will finally update my Dark Crystal Timeline Media Guide with all these new books and everything we've released that has released since I made that video about a year ago or more. As far as newer book announcements, we do have 2 more that I haven't mentioned here yet. First, there is Dream Seeking, Quizzes, Trivia, and Adventure by Miller Walton. Blurb, quote, think you know your way around the world of Jim Henson's The Dark Crystal Age of Resistance? Test your knowledge with trivia and brag about it like a skekTek would. Or perhaps your personality is more in tune with the humble mystics. Discover where you belong in Henson's extraordinary world with this book packed with character quizzes. Explore your dark side and discover your inner skekTeks. Test your bravery to see if you would be the type of Gelfling to join the rebellion, and open your mind to tricky trivia to feel like the wise Aughra in this fantastical quiz book featuring full-color photos from Jim Henson's The Dark Crystal Age of Resistance, end quote. This will be a hardcover hitting the $9.99 range. It is expected to release March 17th, 2020, 80 pages. Again, it's 5.5 by 8 book. This seems like a little activity book, which will be really nice for the kiddos. But the new book announcement that I'm really excited about, and it actually hasn't been officially announced, is one that good old Amazon already leaked to us. Earlier this month, in an interview with J.M. Lee, we learned that he had another Dark Crystal book, which he was excited about, that has yet to be announced. However, as Philip Mitchell at the Trial by Stone reported, quote, Ethan Erskine, one of the co-hosts for Trial by Stone, the Dark Crystal podcast, discovered a new listing on Amazon for an upcoming Dark Crystal book called Songs of the Seven Gelfling Clans, due to be released on July 14th, 2020, end quote. From the Amazon listing, we learned that this will be a 7 by 9 inches hardcover, clocking in at 224 pages, so I'm very curious what this is. Now, the description reads, quote, uncover the secrets of the 7 Gelfling clans with an inside look into the world of Thra from Jim Henson's The Dark Crystal Age of Resistance, streaming on Netflix. Many Thrain ago, a songteller sought to explore the world of Thra and uncover the secrets of the Gelfling throughout the 7 clans. Venture back in time with photos, sketches, and art from Jim Henson's The Dark Crystal Age of Resistance in this exclusive collectible book for Dark Crystal fans everywhere, end quote. Very intriguing. We should definitely keep our big Groton eyes out for more details on that. Soundtrack fans rejoice. Daniel Pemberton scores Volume 1 and Volume 2, which features Samuel Sim, for the Netflix series The Dark Crystal Age of Resistance are coming out on CD November the 15th. This is released on Sarabande. You can get it from their website listed here. However, I myself am going to hold out for the collector's edition vinyl release, which of course isn't confirmed yet, but I'm just going to be waiting and hoping that it does come out eventually. With all the news I was catching up on last month, I knew I forgot something. The Crystal Calls. Yes, in case you didn't already know, there was a documentary that Netflix released alongside Age of Resistance, and it is great. There's one of those behind the scenes that I can just watch and rewatch and watch again, because I love seeing all the ideas, how it was made, the behind the scenes info, and all the artisanship that went into that amazing show. So in case you didn't know that documentary exists, let me encourage you to check it out on Netflix. I think that it catches us up on all the news up to this point. I look forward to what we learn in November, but did I miss anything? Dream etch it down below, or just let me know what you are excited about, and let's together continue to nerd out about all things the Dark Crystal. So until next time, keep exploring Thra.